Hello, welcome. My name is Carlos Santiago. Thank you for joining. All right, so this is the last day of my prayer streams this week. Like I mentioned at the beginning on Sunday, if anyone even caught that or checked my notes here that I left on my community page. But I basically said that I will go live at least once a day, starting that past Sunday up through today. Today will be the last day. Come on, just to honor prayer requests, listen to prayer requests. If anyone has any issues, kind of want to talk through it, that's fine too. You need prayer for mind, body, soul, whatever it is that you need. Yeah, I'm here. So it'll just be a little bit of time, see if anyone wants to actually join or not. I put the link in the chat. So basically, if you want to join, and you don't have to necessarily come on like live like me. I mean, you'd have to come on live, but you don't have to show your face like me. You can just do audio. That's perfectly fine. So the way that this program works is when you click the link, it'll ask you to enter your name, and you can enter whatever name you want to enter. So whatever name you want to put, that's fine. No one knows it's you. But that's what we'll be doing. And let me go ahead and so a week from today, actually, last Friday. Well, actually, hold on. Let me back up. So a couple weeks ago, well, no, actually, let me back up even further. So 2017, 2018, I got a hernia. It was a really stupid way of getting a hernia. Of all the ways that you can actually get a hernia, I got a hernia. And it's pretty embarrassing, so no, I'm not even going to mention it. But long story short, I was selling a car. And it just so happened that the person who bought my car happened to be a pastor. His name is Ben of Vita Church in Mesa, Arizona. And he asked me, just in talking and stuff, we were just kind of talking about stuff, and somehow, Jesus came up or healing came up. And basically at the end of our transaction, we get out the car, and he just asked me, Ben asked me, he says, "Hey, do you need prayer for anything?" And I says, "As a matter of fact, I do." So I was kind of dealing with that hernia, super bummed out. I was super bummed out during that time because I couldn't really work out like I used to. And, I'm skinny, and I try to exercise or work out as much as possible. And as much as possible, I guess, would have been maybe 2 or 3 times a week during that time. I don't really remember how often or consistent I was going, but I imagine about that. So I am skinny, but I am in shape. And that's me being skinny is a whole other story, which I'm actually going to talk about one day soon. And just so you can kind of see the significance of this. But anyways, so Pastor Ben, when we're talking outside the car, when we finished the exchange, he asked me if I needed prayer for anything. I mentioned my hernia. And probably I would say within 5 minutes, my hernia actually started to feel better. And I was just like happy. I actually called my girlfriend at the time, and I told her, "Hey, I just sold my car, and the pastor prayed for me, and my hernia is healed. I don't have any pain anymore." I think I was more excited about my hernia being healed than my car being sold. It was a really nice car. If anyone knew me back then, it was that like that gray Infinity that I had. It was really nice. But anyways, so Pastor Ben, he bought the car. He prayed for my hernia to be healed. And I didn't have to have surgery, thank God, right? Because hernia surgery sucks. And again, this ties back to me being skinny. If you get a hernia surgery, you can't work out for like 4 to 6 months. And I was like, no bueno, I'm not doing it. And so anyways, so that's the backstory to this. So what happened a couple of weeks ago, or maybe I'll say about a month now, I re-injured my hernia area. And this was actually done. This was just me having improper form, working out and stuff. This is completely my own stupidity, and I own that. And that's fine. I own it. However, again, I'm back in the same dilemma. It's like, well, I really don't want to have a surgery, especially not right now. I don't want to have a surgery and be tied up for, 4 to 6 months or whatever. And so it was been a struggling kind of last few weeks. And out of desperation, so last Friday, a week from today, I contacted John G. Lake Ministries, which is where I primarily learned how to pray for people. It was through Curry Blake and the DHT, or Divine Healing Technicians. I almost became one, by the way. I didn't, but there's a whole story why I didn't. But anyway, so long story short, I contact them early in the morning, last Friday. I contact them early in the morning, and I gave them my prayer request. And what the process is that they call you back. And so later on in the afternoon, I was on the phone at the time, and I saw a call come in. I saw it was from Arizona, but I didn't recognize the number, so I didn't answer it. I was like, oh, okay, it's probably just some kind of scam artist, as they usually call me, like every day. So I just let it go, spam calls as well. So I just let it go. And I didn't think anything of it. Matter of fact, I checked that voicemail, I think hours later. And then I listened to the voicemail, and it was this lovely lady from JGLM giving me this prayer. She prayed for my hernia, and it was such a wonderful prayer that I was healed. It was just that voicemail. I got healed just by listening to her voicemail of a prayer, which she had called hours prior, and I wasn't healed during that time. When I heard her voicemail, her prayer, I felt it immediately. So actually earlier that day I had called to actually cancel my gym membership because it was that deep. And I didn't do it. The only reason why I didn't do it is because they told me to come back, next week. Basically, I had to sign some paperwork and stuff. I wasn't able to do it last week. But anyways, needless to say, I didn't show up to sign a paperwork because I didn't need to, because I was already healed. So this is twice that I averted surgery for my hernia for being prayed for. And the thing is, so I pray for and I, heal people or have in the past. And the issue is that with a lot of quote unquote healers is that we have a difficult time healing ourselves. Sure, I've had some success in certain things. I was able to grow out my own leg. I had a broken leg when I was younger, and one of my legs was, I don't know, I think like 3/4 inch off, my left leg. And I was able to grow it out. So now my legs are even. A couple other things. I wrote a book about my whole healing journey and stuff. It's called Pieces by Carlos Santiago, and it is on Amazon, by the way. And matter of fact, here, let me just show you guys if you guys are actually interested in this. Goodness. Okay. All right. So let's see. I think. Oh, I'm showing you the wrong one. All right, well, check it out. This is actually something different, but check this out. All right, so there it is. So here's the book. It's basically free on Kindle, as you can see. And yeah, the book's pretty crazy. Yeah, it came out almost 4 years ago. Insane. It doesn't seem that long. But anyways, I talk about my whole journey during that time. So if you guys are interested, you guys can check that out. But yeah, let me go ahead and remove that. Okay, so anyways, so let me go and check the comments here real quick. So if anyone does actually want to join, I can't see who's all watching or if anyone, how many people are watching or anything like that. Or if you want prayer for something, just click the link. Like I said, you don't have to come on screen. You can just talk to me through audio, and that's perfectly fine. We could do it that way too. So anyways, my point about doing this was that since I was healed miraculously last Friday, I thought, why not just kind of give back? You know, praying for someone was something I used to do on a pretty routine basis. And anyways, just thought that I would do this for this particular community. However, I noticed that the majority of the people who subscribe to my channel, I have over 7,000 people now on my channel. And majority of them don't have like the notifications set on the YouTube. So they don't know when I'm live. So maybe people need prayer, maybe, you know, need help with something else, but they don't know, you know, that I'm actually live trying to help them out. And of course, I don't promise anything. I don't promise anything miraculous like what was done with me. I mean, I do have a pretty good track record with it. I said it's in the book, but I went live a couple of days ago. This is a very, very, very important topic. Let me show you something real quick. This, hold on. Goodness. Sorry, I'm trying to share this. What I did the other day. Sorry. Dude, where is it? Oh, here we go. All right, I'm trying to figure out this software. Guys, this stuff is all new to me. So appreciate your patience. But basically, so I went on live the other day giving a breakdown on why PTSD and chronic issues exist from a very, I guess, from a scientific point of view of why we still have like chronic issues and stuff. Although technically our body and cells rebuild itself every few months, every few years, and we literally have like a whole new body, well, for the most part, at least cellular, every 7 years. So technically, there really shouldn't be any reason why we would have chronic issues. So anyways, I kind of explained that through this, but what I'm going to do is, since I did such a terrible job on the live stream, just because my notes weren't there where I needed them, I didn't have access to my PowerPoint that actually had the notes. So I'm going to actually create a whole video about this, which will be very concise, clear, hopefully easy to follow and understand, a little scientific. So it does get a little deep in parts, but knowing this information, I think, is crucial and fundamental to, if you've ever been prayed for, maybe it worked, maybe it didn't, maybe it worked for a little while, maybe your issue came back. It's imperative to know this other information. of why possibly this is just one explanation of why possibly, your issue came back or why you weren't completely healed. When you were prayed for, I kind of outline that here, but just basically just from a neurological and biological way, which I think is very, very important just to understand. I think it's important for people to actually understand these things. And I promise you, none of your doctors, probably no one from your church, has ever talked about this stuff before. Like ever. I don't think anyone really knows about this kind of stuff unless you're in the weeds of some of this. But anyways, so this is kind of what I was sharing. And I am definitely going to redo this video. And like I said, I'm going to make it more clear, concise. So, all right, let's see. And I've been on probably about 20 minutes, I guess. So I don't see any requests here, but I did say that I would come on to at least attempt to pray for people, at least to be here if someone actually needed help. So I'm here. All right, and this one I came on just kind of spur of the moment anyways, but I guess it really doesn't matter because most of the people that subscribe are getting notified anyways. I don't think I'm shadow banned. I don't know, but I definitely was a few points. And I would literally I would type into YouTube my name, the exact title of my video, and nothing at all would come up. It's terrible. That's a clear indication of a shadow ban, and that's happened a couple times, unfortunately. So yeah, but anyway, so yeah, since I'm not getting anyone here, like I said, I do appreciate the people that actually did join, maybe just to kind of see what I was talking about or whatever, but I just wanted to give people opportunity if they did need some kind of prayer request. I don't even know when or if I will even do this again, just because of that issue with getting people to actually come on live and to actually have the notifications on is something that I don't have control over. So, I attempted it almost every day this week. And yeah, so, I tried. So appreciate you guys and for sticking with me. And yeah, stay tuned. I hope to have other videos and content out shortly. Appreciate you guys. Have a great weekend.